Shalom friends, welcome to Parsha Reactions, episode 2, Noach. To put it frankly, the earth was a chaotic hot mess. The humans were out here being obnoxious trash. What else is new? Just anarchy and corruption everywhere. There were even divine-ish beings visiting the earth and having babies with the hot human women. Hashem was having more than a few regrets about this whole creating the world business and decided to pull a Thanos. Hashem was like, they do say you have to throw out your first draft anyway. I wonder if this is where that expression comes from. So Hashem decided to eliminate the humans and all the animals and birds, but not the fish or sea life, and that does admittedly feel a little bit like favoritism. Now, out of all the people on earth, Hashem was cool with one guy and one guy only. His name was Noach. Hashem said to Noach, "Shalom, friend. I've decided to come in like a wrecking ball and destroy this whole thing. I'm going to power wash the planet. Everyone has to go, except for you, your wife, your sons, their wives, and all the animals that I tell you to bring with you." Hashem then told Noach to build a massive boat, the Ark, in which he would survive the impending water-based apocalypse. The Ark was made of wood and covered with pitch inside and out, and had cubicles for all the animals. And so the Ark could be repurposed later as a telemarketing call center. At the very top was a skylight, because at this point there were no vitamin D lamps available on Amazon, and thus things were going to get depressing real quick. God also reminded Noach to remember to pack a lot of non-perishable canned goods. God did not specify that they pack toilet paper, but I hope they figure that one out on their own. Noach did exactly as God had commanded, and thus became the world's first doomsday prepper. Noach brought 7 pairs of kosher animals and 1 pair each of everything else. Hashem was like, "Okay, everybody, you have exactly 1 week until I make it rain, and not in a fun way." Noach got all the animals inside of the ark, and then he brought in his wife and their 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Yafet, and their wives. It was a tight fit. And they were just in time, too, because the forecast was water. Hashem had shut Noach and his family and the animals inside the ark. And then Noach went, "Oh, damn it, I forgot my toothbrush." But it was too late. The rinse cycle had begun. The flood covered the entire earth. Everything that was not on that boat was drowned beneath the waves. The people, the animals, Numenor. And to add insult to injury, all the sea creatures were gloating about it. I mean, for example, many of us are now aware that dolphins are legit the worst. If you aren't familiar with this fact, Google it after. You'll regret it. The dolphins probably thought it was funny to leap out of the water, look at all the people who were drowning, and go, "Ah! Sucks to be you." When the waters had swelled over the earth for like 150 days, God remembered Noach and the animals in the ark and was like, "Oh, right." So God used that industrial strength dehumidifier from the creation story to help dry out some of the water. Eventually, the ark rested on top of a mountain as the waters kept going down. Noach opened the window of the ark. Not a moment too soon, because I don't know about you, but all I can think about is how it must have smelled in there. Out of the window, Noach sent a raven to scope out the situation. And also, of course, secondarily, to summon the banners of Queen Rhaenyra Targaryen for House of the Dragon Season 2. Then Noach kept sending out a dove to see if there was any dry land out there yet. Finally, it came back holding an olive branch in its beak. Yes, this Parsha is the source of this emoji. Hashem told Noach to leave the ark and start repopulating the planet. Hop to it. Now, of the animals who left the ark, at least a few of them had immediate cause to regret it. Noach sacrificed those extra kosher animals to God as a burnt offering. They were so close to making it. But Hashem really was quite easily swayed by the smell of barbecue. Hashem said, "Fresh start, let's do a new covenant. You'll be in charge of all the beasts of the land and the birds in the sky and everything in the sea." And the dolphins were like, "Wait, what?" Hashem continued, "I promise not to do another worldwide flood. You'll probably do that yourselves anyway with global climate change eventually. But I promise that I won't do it. And to show you that I mean it, I've made a sign. When you see a rainbow in the sky, know that that's me remembering not to annihilate you. Even if I happen to be blasting Taylor Swift's vigilante shit and feeling some type of way." Noach then did what anyone might do, really, after having to care for every surviving creature and person in an enclosed space for an extended period of time. He planted a vineyard to make wine, and he got blackout drunk. I'm not judging him. That is totally understandable. But I am judging his toxic son. Ham was an absolute creep. He walks in on Noach, who is passed out and totally naked. It's not entirely clear what happened at this point. Maybe Ham drew something inappropriate on Noach's forehead in Sharpie? Or maybe it was something a lot worse. Ask Rashi for his theories. But whatever it was, Ham goes outside and tells his brothers about it. They at least averted their eyes and threw a blanket over Noach while he slept it off. When Noach wakes up, he curses Ham to have his descendants be enslaved people. Everyone in the story needs immediate therapy. Did they get it? No. The Parsha then gives us an extended list of all the generations who followed, the nations that arose, the cities that they built, the beginnings of human civilization. At this point, all the people on Earth spoke the same language, High Valyrian. They decided to build a massive high tower that reached all the way to the sky. Hashem looked at that tower and said, I don't like it. This is not up to code and nobody is wearing a hard hat. Also, I really don't like that humans can communicate effectively. If this is what they can do as one people united with one language, they could probably achieve anything. This has to stop before things get way out of hand and they start unionizing. This is the whole reason I made sure Esperanto does not take off in the future. It's time to disrupt communications. Sure, Hashem had promised not to flood the earth anymore, but the fine print said nothing about not scattering them across the globe and removing their ability to communicate with one another, which is, of course, what happened. Everyone stopped working on the Tower of Babel immediately and instead started to frantically download Duolingo. Tune in next time as God names a new brand ambassador, and that brand ambassador truly has no idea what he's in for.